Hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome on into the Swear Word. I'm your host, Brandon Swear, and hey, this is a podcast for the Chilihead community, by the Chilihead community. Regardless of your spice tolerance, this is the place for you. Man, we have an amazing episode here tonight. We have two sauces on deck for Hot or Not. We have an amazing guest locked and loaded. And then, of course, we brought back a game. So let's go ahead and jump on into episode number 68. What's going on, Swear Nation? So glad to have everyone here. Thank you for tuning in. Whether you're tuning in on YouTube, Spotify, Rumble, Apple Podcasts, thank you so much for being here. And just know that we're continuing to try to grow this here. So share this out with other like-minded chili heads or just individuals that are curious about dabbling in the world of spice or what goes on behind the scenes of the community. Sauce makers, those that are out there crushing it, and all the way to legends in the game. You can find all that here on the Swear Word, where you can find everything to do with the world of hot. So, hey, we have a very special Hawaii-based hot sauce and company and just themed episode here tonight. I mean, I am amped up and excited for this one. We have two sauces on deck from Hawaiian Hot Teas, as well as we have Tamaris and Stephanie as our guests tonight. So we will be diving into everything to do with Hawaiian Hot Teas, hot sauce, Hawaii, you name it, we're going to talk about it. And as well, we also have a very fun game, locked and loaded, special Hawaiian themed, and looking forward to it. So let's go ahead and jump on over to Hot or Not. All right, hey, welcome on into Hot or Not. We have two sauces on deck tonight. This is a very Hawaiian-themed Hot or Not. We have both of these sauces coming from Hawaiian Hot Teas. We have Hotter Than Ever, and then we also have Pogue as the two sauces on deck. Let's go ahead and let's get a nice close-up of these sauces here. So as you can see, nice visual pop on these sauces. You know, you're getting caught on one label with that bright pink coming forward. You're seeing the pepper, you're seeing the flames. It is very eye appealing. It's telling you exactly what you're in for. And then you have on Hotter Than Ever, you have the flames, you have the volcano erupting. Just a great overall visual appeal and telling of a story that's going on in this sauce. So super excited to jump into these. So let's go ahead and we will open up Pogue first. It does have a pull perforation tab. All right, let's go ahead and get this one opened up. All right, give it a good shake. As far as the flow on this, this looks like it has a pretty high flow rate. So definitely one that, as you're going and you're getting started out, you definitely want to ease into it because it looks like the second it clears that air bubble clears the neck of this bottle, it just flows. So definitely excited to get into this. Loving the color on this sauce, loving the visual appeal of the labeling. Once again, if you're keeping track, and that's a big thing to you, no flow restrictors. So that's a big go ahead for me because I like the pour to go seamlessly. Right off the bat, picking up a nice fruity aroma, a little bit of a sweetness to it. You're picking up the spices. You're picking up just a little faint bit of the pepper, but not too much. All in all, the main note that you're carrying forward on this is a little bit of spice and a little bit of the fruit. So, nice pour there. Nice high flow rate on this. So, cheers. Man, oh man, that is tasty as can be. Right off the bat, you're met with this great fruity taste. and it carries forward. It almost has a nice citrus cut to it as well, but the fruit depth to this is not just one clear defined thing. Definitely picking up some pineapple and a little bit of a citrus note, but as far as the other fruit that's in there, it's really hard to pinpoint for me. It kind of gives me a reminiscent thought of like some oranges, but it also gives me the thought of like maybe some apple or pear or something to that note, really carrying forward on this. But the second you get with that, then you're getting a nice crisp break into from the fruity into a nice transition into this garlic taste, really carrying forward. And then the pepper notes just sing through as that note of the garlic comes in and starts to play in effect, and it just rides out. So if you're just starting out and you're really starting to get your feet wet in, overall burning and trying different hot sauces, this hot sauce right here is going to be phenomenal for you to get going. Moderation is key if you're just starting out. If you've started, you're starting to get you're moving and you're grooving and you're rocking and rolling and everything, this is going to be one that you're going to be able to use in moderation, find where you're comfortable, and keep increasing as you go. There is so much flavor pop in this sauce that from a versatility standpoint, I could see myself using this in, say, a drink. I could see myself using this not only on the food, but also with some desserts. All in all, I am digging the way this one is going down. And if you've been, pushing your tolerance, you're always seeking, the next hottest thing or your own personal hot goals, this is going to be a nice mild to medium sauce, depending on where your tolerance is at. But all in all, extremely flavorful, extremely unique taste, and I'm excited to see what's going on in this. All right, let's read off some ingredients here from Hawaiian Hot Teas. This is Pogue. Ingredients are pineapple, orange juice, apple cider vinegar, water, blue agave nectar, passion fruit, lime juice, garlic, arrowroot, salt, pepper, and then we have ghost pepper. So ghost pepper is the heat source on this, and all that fruit body that you're picking up, that great flavor pop that's carrying through, it's singing through on these notes of different fruits, and that blue agave, very nicely executed, not a super sweet sauce, definitely has that great flavor carrying forward, just a kiss of the sweet aspect, but everything just tastes so crisp, so clean, and so pure. I'm digging this one. So all in all, that citrus cut that's coming in, that garlic, really helps kind of break up the transition between the two and make that a harmonious marriage between the fruit and that ghost pepper. Absolutely well executed on this sauce. Pairs well with cucumbers, shrimp, watermelon, and salad. Man, and that absolutely speaks volumes, because I think this would make a phenomenal base for a dressing and a marinade, a spicy drink. You're trying to spice up a drink, whether that be an adult beverage or, a lemonade or something of that nature, something that you can kind of class up a little bit with a splash of hot sauce. You don't really have to worry about the days of using off the shelf major name brand that doesn't carry all that flavor pop. Why not put something in there that's got the heat and it's got the flavor, and it helps complement what you have going on? Pogue from Hawaiian Hot Teas, absolutely amazing. Let's get these scores right off here. And here we go. Heat coming in at 3.2, aroma of 3.9, a flavor of 4.2, versatility of 4.2, burn of 3.66 for a total swear word rating of 3.83. There we go. Another amazing sauce. This one's from Hawaiian Hot Teas. This is Pogue. And now we have another one. This is Hotter Than Ever. So let's go ahead and jump on over to Hotter Than Ever, and let's get that one rolling. All right. Let's see here. This one does not have the perforated label. No worries. I always like a good excuse to use the knife. So we'll get that one cut there. and opened up. And while this one gets opened, let's give it a good shake. All right, so Hara de Neva. Love the labeling, love the overall visual appeal. It's got that foil on the lettering to give it a lot more pop, more eye grabbing as the light hits it. This one does say that it's a limited release, so let's go ahead and open it up and get it going. So right off the bat, the aroma on this sauce is absolutely amazing. It's kind of got a smoky, earthy note to it. You're definitely picking up a more pepper-forward note on this sauce with a touch of sweetness that's coming through somewhere. It's very hard to pinpoint what that sweetness might be, but let's do this. Let's go ahead and give it a good pour. This one is a bit thicker than the last one, but not. It's definitely not a thick sauce. It's a nice medium body and consistency on this sauce. Let's get a good healthy pour of Hara de Neva. Nice dark red color to this sauce. It does seem to have a nice hold. I mean, this is a full tablespoon, and it is just latching on. I can see it bellowing over the sides of the spoon, just holding on nicely. A little bit of what looks like maybe some powder going on in the sauce. A little bit, maybe that's a seed or something. Let's get this one going. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is so good. Right off the bat, it is very soft, very kind, and like silky smooth as it hits the tongue. Then you're getting a nice, almost kind of like a coffee flavor that quickly transitions into a nice sweet note to it. And as that carries forward, then you're starting to taste the peppers. Then you're starting to taste that pepper forward nature to it. It has a nice time delay, that is for sure. So that first 30 seconds, you're really taking it on, and you're getting all the great flavor that's going on in this sauce. And then, man, it hands off quick. And Hara de Neva, man, you have nailed it on this one. If you have just started out, this is not going to be the sauce you want to jump into. This is going to be a sauce geared towards the people that are constantly pushing their tolerances. They're constantly working on what they have going on as far as their own personal heat that they like to try to push for. And this is going to be an absolutely banger for those. So, oh man, I am salivating like crazy. This is super tasty. Hara de Neva. If you have a chance, I know this says limited run or limited release, you definitely need to pick that up if you are actively pushing yourself. This is a nice high to medium, depending on where your tolerance is, sauce. Absolutely packed with flavor and really able to transition the overall heat on this one. The interesting thing is while it hits the gums and the lips and the mouth, completely skips the middle of the mouth and goes straight to the back of the throat, and it just kind of sits there and parks. So leads me to believe that this might be more of a Superhot derived sauce, but the overall amount of heat and the way it comes on is very different than than the way the burn comes in. The way the burn comes in, it really has the chance to kind of get settled, and then it ramps up. So great sauce, definitely one that I'm interested to see tossed on some wings, on some burgers. Coat this on some chicken breast, throw it out there with some veggies and rice. This is going to be an absolute amazing sauce for that. Let's go ahead and read off some ingredients here. All right, from Hara de Neva. Let's get these ingredients here going. All right, there they are. Coconut water, guava juice, which is pear juice and guava puree. So that would be that sweetness so far from what I'm seeing here. The apple cider vinegar, lime juice, and then here's where the heat comes in. So we got Dragon's Breath peppers, dried Carolina Reaper peppers, definitely where I was seeing a little bit of a pepper powder look consistency. Then we have garlic, and then we have Hawaiian chili peppers, and then Himalayan pink salt, sweet onion, and then hot pepper extract. Absolutely phenomenal. Ingredient-wise, a lot of heat source pushed into this sauce, and, a lot of flavor is really carried forward through the coconut water, through the guava juice, and through that apple cider vinegar, lime juice, and the garlic. So really having all those things really balance out and sing forward in this sauce. Very well executed. Love what's going on here. Looking forward to lathering this up on many dishes. The only thing I probably wouldn't do is this one would not be one that I would lean towards on the scale of, say, a dessert and or a drink. I'm probably going to stay clear of a dessert, and I'm probably going to stay clear of a drink. You could maybe make a nice spicy Bloody Mary using that in lieu of your other, optional hot sauces out there. I think that would probably still go good. So maybe in that case, a drink wouldn't be too bad. So for Hata de Neva, we have heat coming in at 3.7, aroma of 3.9, a flavor of 4.0, a versatility of a 4, and a burn of a 4.1 for a total swear word rating of 3.94. There we go. Another amazing sauce from Hawaiian Hot Teas. Absolutely heating up over here, having a great time. But let's do this. Let's go ahead and jump on over to the interview. Hey, Tamaris. Hey, Stephanie. How's it going?
Hey.
How's it going, Brandon?
Going good. I am glad to have y'all here. I had the pleasure of meeting y'all at Zest Fest, and y'all had the whole setup. I was absolutely floored to see that y'all were there. It's quite a journey to make it to Texas. Definitely with all that product.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it was a haul. Did you get a chance to see Tamaris in the grass skirt?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he was in a grass skirt at the time.
He wore a grass skirt.
We ended up doing a very quick segment of Burning Choices, I believe, with you, Stephanie, because Tamaris was slinging some sauce at that point. So no, it was a lot of fun.
Coconut, bro.
I'm kind of jealous I didn't get to go to the. I got the offer to go to that first night's dinner, and I just, with everything else going on at home, it made more sense for me to get back after being up there all day. So, but for this upcoming year, maybe that'll happen.
Yeah.
That was actually really fun. I felt really useful. We got to meet a lot of people there before going into the show. So it was fun.
No, absolutely. It's a real blast, honestly. There's some things that I think could be done a little bit better at, Zest Fest in general. So I'm hopeful for the future that they start to make some adjustments and some new iterations, if you will. But all in all, it's a great event, and I love it. It's in my hometown, so I can't complain too much.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome to go there every year, see all the different hot sauce vendors, and
Yeah, no, it's an absolute blast. It's a lot of it's like a big family reunion. Yeah, that's the overall feeling and vibe. Now, if you're just now kind of getting your toes into the whole community and you're new to everything, just somebody passing by like, oh, hey, hot sauce, let me go check this out. Obviously, it's not going to be quite the same vibe, but if hot sauce or the pepper community as a whole is like your thing, like it's one giant family reunion.
Yeah, absolutely. Every time we go to a hot sauce festival, we're like, "Oh my gosh, hi!" Because everybody's so welcoming and awesome. We always have a good time.
Yeah, I mean, so many of these people you only know through the internet, and you finally get to meet them in person and actually talk to them. So
it's fun. Yeah, no, that's absolutely the best part. Well, one thing I always like to start out with is really gaining a better understanding of what got you interested. What was that jump off moment into the world of spice? And then second of all, what got you started on making your own sauce?
Good question. Tamaris, take it away.
All right. Well, I always say it's a combination of when I was a kid, my dad used to give me spoonfuls of Tabasco when I would say the swear word.
There we go.
Yeah, you can put that in there. But it became it became like a joyful thing. Like I used to say the swear word more and more, like, so I would get more and more hot sauce.
Open up.
Yeah.
And then so I've always liked hot sauce since I was a kid, but never thought I would be in a business of it until a couple years ago. Steph bought me a hot sauce making kit off of Amazon, and it was just like a couple bottles, caps, some spices, some herbs, and some like apple cider vinegar. And so this was before we did a long road trip, and we made all these random hot sauces. They gave us a little booklet with like recipes, and we were like, scratch it, let's just make our own. And these 6 random hot sauces we made were so good. And this was before we knew all the legalities and everything that went into it, and like how long you're supposed to cook it, and like all that stuff. But we loved the sauce so much that we were like, oh man, like maybe we should start a business out of this. Like we were giving it away to friends and family all throughout our road trip. Everybody loved it so much. You got
to do this. You need to pursue it. And eventually we ended up in Hawaii after my school. And Tamaris was like, what am I going to do for work? Because he did landscaping in Hawaii. They kind of live off the land. They're not super turf related. So he ended up being like, I'm going to pursue this. And grabbed some tropical flavors and just started adding them in, experimenting.
Mm-hmm. This all started in a hotel room. Like Steph would go to work, come home. I'd be sitting outside trying to air out the place because it was so spicy. And she'd be like, why are you out here? I'm like, don't go in there. The air is way too spicy. So
experimenting. Like pepper sprayed me.
Yeah. I was experimenting in the hotel rooms for a while until we came up with some flavors that we liked. We want all of our sauces to be made with some kind of premium ingredients, and all of them to have fresh fruit and veggies from the island, so it has that tropical feel.
Absolutely. I think that's, one of the things that stood out the most to me is the amount of flavor, the amount of capabilities that you're really able to accomplish with y'all sauce in general is like just, whenever I was checking out even – really, I was trying to pinpoint one, but you could really do this with almost any of them. Maybe not Hotter Than Ever would probably not fit in this category. I said I definitely think that would be best for a Bloody Mary, but that's probably the extent of a drink mix. As to where the others, you could incorporate those sauces in making like a spicy adult beverage or a spicy lemonade or whatever you're fancying, and it would bring a nice pop and a nice amount of heat to it.
Yeah, I'm sure you said margaritas with that pog, right?
Yeah. Yep. Oh, definitely. That's a go-to that I was already thinking about. So yeah, no, I mean, I love that, and I love to. There's a few other mixtures that I like to toss together for all those, but yeah, no, it's a great time. You mentioned, really being able to gas out the hotel room and kind of backing things off. I know military, company. So, former military as well in the Army, and loved my time in, but those CS gas, little boot camp training, if you will. It's kind of
I've done the OC spray. Yeah, it's very similar.
It's very similar. And I think that was my advantage from recalling back to like whenever I went through it, because I was like, everyone's dying. It was bad, but it wasn't that bad compared to. But then again, I've been around a lot of cooking with hot sauce, cooking with peppers, and all that stuff kicking up in my face. So what was your overall take on that, comparing the two?
Oh wow! So the gas chamber for a second was horrible. That cleared me out
Oh yeah.
from no everything. I was good. Sinus is cleared. And then for the OC spray, that one was just really painful on my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
It still cleared me out, but
Yeah.
definitely I was like, I can't see. And then now with hot sauce, I feel like like everything sinus is okay, but my eyes still burn. But I think it's only because I had PRK, so I have baby eyes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like if you didn't have PRK, like LASIK,
Uh-huh.
then I'd be fine
Yeah.
because it doesn't feel as bad. Like the OC spray and the gas chamber were rough.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was always funny to me to watching some of those running out of the gas chamber and they're just plowing right into a tree or something right off the bat, and I'm like, you didn't see it? Like seriously? But
strategically tree.
Yeah.
yeah. They're very very strategic with how they place that tent. As you're running out, you're just
Yeah.
getting hit.
The exit.
It's a funny time, but no, I always try to compare those two. And any time that I know that someone else has had a similar experience, being in the military like that, I always like to see what their take is, because for me, I think it honestly was an advantage that I
Yeah.
already had so much experience around spicy foods and cooking with them and etc. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Steph's still in the Navy, which is crazy because she'll work all week and then she'll like get off. She'll come pump out some sauce with me at night till like sometimes 1, 2 in the morning. Be up again by like
4,
4, 5. Head
Man.
back to work.
yep.
We do like markets on the weekends, and so she'll go from like working during the week, working at nights, working weekends. So she's the definition of a trooper.
Yeah, that's some commitment right there. That's some
No,
commitment.
you gotta be able to help out where you can. Small business. We don't have a whole lot of people with us just yet on our team yet.
Yeah.
Soon. Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. And well, that's the beauty of it too, is being able to watch the journey, watch the experience, the grind getting there. It as long as you are in the right frame of mindset and you're seeing it as the amazing journey that you're taking and you're in love with the journey and not focused just only on that end goal, I mean, it makes everything much better.
Oh, he loves this.
Yeah.
He loves this.
Yeah, it's opened up, I feel like, a world of creativity that like neither of us really knew we had.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, that's awesome.
Even with like a community, like we didn't even, I mean, at least I can speak for me. I had no idea that the hot sauce community was a thing, that there were festivals, that there were like Facebook groups, events, and all these things.
Yeah. No clue until we started doing it and we're like, oh, cool, a hot sauce group. Like, let's see what it's all about. And then next thing you know, it's like, whoa, there's a lot of people in the world that are doing the same thing as us.
Yeah, it's fun.
And a lot better than us. So we got to get back.
No. Don't sell yourself short. The great thing about that is, and I think we briefly talked about that too at Zest Fest. The great thing is, while there's a ton of people in the market kind of doing their thing, if you give the same people the same 5 ingredients, whatever, 5 to 10 ingredients, they're all going to put their own spin on it. That's where that more or less the thumbprint comes in, right? That's your own marker on it, how you would like to fine tune those flavors. And you can really make those notes sing differently depending on, how you want to go about it.
Yeah, especially how you cook certain things. Like you can take fresh garlic and roasted garlic, and it's 2 totally different flavors. Right. There's so much you can do with what we got, you know? Yep. Especially with tropical fruits that you can't get just anywhere, like soursop. Yeah. It's amazing. It's so good.
No, that definitely is one of the very cool, unique things that y'all have, is being able to call upon all these different, not even just the unique fruits, but just fruits in general, because the view and outlook and approach to it is much different than, say, someone that's just spent all their time in, Texas or Iowa or whatever, Mm-hmm. So it's very cool to see and be able to enjoy and see that carry through in the sauce. Speaking on that note, where do you derive your inspiration for your, recipes and different sauces?
So we come up with them together. Like my grandma's always been huge on cooking, and she always used to make cowboy stew, which was basically you throw corns, you throw potatoes. What's this? Throw it in. Like so.
He does do that.
So I feel like it's
and I have
like,
to reel him back sometimes. I'm like, all right, we can't put peanut butter in this, Tamaris. Like you can't.
Yeah, but I mean,
it gets crazy.
And
sometimes.
I'm at the point where it's like you don't know that until we try it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like, yeah, we just like we like to eat. So we'll find things that taste good, and we'll be like, this would be good with this. Like, and if you were to add these flavors, this would be good. Like, and then we start coming up with ideas for sauces just on the fact that we like to eat a lot of food. So
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I do as well. Occasionally a stew that's very similar to that. It's kind of like, hey, what do we have in the fridge? What do we have in the freezer? What do we have in the pantry? Let's go to town. Those always seem to be the most fun. And everyone seems to eat it. The whole family just devours it, right?
It's everything you want in one pot.
Yeah. I haven't tried peanut butter. I will say that. I have had what is it? I'm gonna butcher it. The sesame seed, ground up sesame seed tahini I think tahini is what it's called. Yeah. I was blanking on the name for a second, but yeah. No, and I mean I've done that to give it a little bit of nice like a nutty complexity to the overall base of the soup, and man, it was so good.
So not so much peanut butter, but like if you're eating like curry.
He just grabs random
curry.
stuff.
I'll throw some bean sprouts and some fresh chopped peanuts on top.
Oh yeah, I'm down with that.
Right.
Yep. I know where you're going with that. I like it. I like it.
Like pad thai, you know? So it's like, all right, pad thai. Like, why not just do pad thai curry?
Yeah.
That's not what I was talking about, but I do love bean sprouts, though. It's healthy.
Yeah. No, I love bean sprouts. I mean, I think they're very underrated for what they are. You'll be the first hold a lot of flavor.
With a peanut butter sauce.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's like,
I'm down with that.
Yeah. See, he said he's down with that stuff.
Okay.
Yep. I'd be willing to check it out. There's quite a few fun visual pops that you have, between the bright colors of the sauce, the bright coloring on the labeling. What was the mindset going into choosing the labeling, the graphics, etc.?
Well, we're in Hawaii, so we're the rainbow state, and everything in Hawaii is very bright and colorful. And so we wanted that to be expressed through the colors of our sauce, through the flavors of our sauce, through our overall design, from our boxes, like to our labels. We wanted everything to pop. That's why even like the tops of our shrink wraps are like a nice gold color, because it's shiny. It draws attention.
Yep. No, definitely. It stood out to me. So that's why I was just like, for all those that are listening and watching, I definitely want, this greatly benefits those that are on Apple Podcast only getting the audio, right? So to be able to hear it and understand it, it really drives it forward. As you're passing by, you're just like, whoa, what's this? Let me check this out.
Right. So our canopy, for those of you listening on Apple Podcasts, it's got a chili pepper blowing flames, and he is stranded on an island with a volcano erupting behind him, and the sky is lit up bright orange. And so a majority of our canopy is that bright orange color, so it really draws the attention to it. And we, on a weekly, will set up at the Aloha Stadium Farmers Market, and you can drive by from the freeway and see our canopy. Yeah. So it's just very like eye-catching.
Yeah. No, that's pretty cool to be able to, have it stand out and have it be seen even from a nice distance, like you were just saying. Your packaging too, absolutely phenomenal. Both between the graphics and the construction of it. I know firsthand from carrying different sauces home from Zest Fest, I was so thankful for that handle on the box, and it was sturdy, and I didn't have to worry about it falling apart on me. It made it a breeze. So kudos there.
Our boxes, we wanted it to be like a nice sturdy box, like you said, easy to carry and not have to like hold under it like a shipping box, like something you just swing around. It's like a man purse, you know? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, and then we wanted it open so you can see the sauces, you know, like it looks like it's in the sand at the beach if you look at the design.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I loved it. It was great. I still have the box, and it's now made my collection shelf of memorabilia. So it's pretty cool. I like it.
We would love
So
to see that shelf. I'm
Yeah.
sure
yeah,
it's an impressive shelf.
it right now is everything is isolated to one section as I get ready to redo the room on I'm over here looking to the side as if I'm in that room, but
Yeah.
look at the side wall where I'm going to do some floating shelves and all the stuff to actually like put things on there. That's the idea. Now I just got to find out what stands out and pops best for me, right? So
Yeah.
but yeah,
See,
no, I'll definitely get that one going.
This man, he said, why can't we have a hot sauce room? Hot sauce is taking over our house, okay? Our whole fridge. We bought 2 more fridges. Also, we have a closet. We have a whole hot sauce room. And this is all in Hawaii, where like you don't have a whole lot of space. So hot sauce is probably a third of our house.
Well, I will make sure that my wife listens to this part of the interview
Yeah.
so she doesn't feel
Don't
so
let it
bad
get this
because
far.
I may or may not have over half the pantry that we're supposed to have groceries in there with hot sauce stuff and all kinds of powders and chili
Starting.
oils and stuff. And then I may or may not have a spare bedroom with the rest of the stuff with like grow tents and all the things. So
You have to stop. You
I don't
to
have a
stop.
problem.
He's like, I don't have a problem.
It's not abnormal, babe. Guys do this.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Hey, there's worse habits to have. That's for sure.
Right.
Yeah, he
Exactly.
was thinking about a saying addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is an addiction. It's a habit. It's an addiction.
I could stop at any time. All right.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I can't come back.
I don't know if I could stop.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I just count when I go to sleep as I stopped for the night, and then I wake up and I'm ready. So well,
You guys can be friends.
Yeah.
You guys can be friends.
there we go. I like it. I like it. The overall, you're growing. Everything's thriving. Great. As far as you mentioned being able to go out at different festivals and things locally. Now I know I do have a few very loyal Swear Nation followers that are listening that live in Hawaii. So like, where can they find you? Where can they pick up your sauce? I know one has already told me. He's the one that told me about you well before I ever met you at Zest Fest. But where can those others find you?
So as of now, we set up at the Aloha Stadium Market, which is in Oahu, Wednesdays, Saturdays, Sundays. We are also at Down to Earth, which is in Pearl Ridge, Texas de Brazil, which is a steakhouse down in Ala Moana. Right now, we're actually trying to talk to a lot of different breweries, so you might start seeing us popping up all over the island very soon. And what? Oh yeah, I mean, you can always do wholesale orders on Fair. You can do orders on our website, www.hawaiianhots.com. And we do free shipping on orders over $49. So it's pretty easy to get up to $49.
Yeah, no, definitely. And definitely take advantage of the free shipping. That's one of the things that I try to send out occasionally through socials is, trying to gauge what drives the consumer to really want to be able to be motivated for a purchase, right? Is it really a discounted price? Is it the shipping? Because oftentimes shipping can be pretty burdensome. And no, that's awesome to hear. I know that's one of my main things is like, man, you say free shipping, and then it's like, oh, okay, so that means an extra bottle then.
Yeah.
The addiction is showing.
Shipping from Hawaii too is like a whole nother beast, and like that's why we offer the free shipping, because people a lot of times are like, oh, it's got to be pricey shipping from Hawaii, so we like want to make it worth it, like get a couple good get like 4 or 5 sauces and you get free shipping with it.
Yep.
So
Very cool. Do you happen to have track or know of? Is there like a certain state that tends to order more from y'all than say everywhere else?
California, I feel like.
So I feel like we do get a lot of
A
California
lot of California.
because we're close to California, and
Yeah.
a lot of
And they
tourists come from California.
Yeah, and they like spicy over there.
I mean,
Yeah.
everywhere now. Like
I mean,
once-
yeah, that's true everywhere, but I feel like taco shops are more common in California than like New Jersey. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
like the heat.
Hmm.
That's what I think in my head. Taco shops.
taco shops.
Maybe it's
are
just
spicy.
random. I don't know, but we do have orders from everywhere. But I feel like a lot of California.
Didn't we just get a New Jersey order last week?
I think so. I think that's why I thought of it.
What are they doing out there? They don't have no taco shops.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, no, that's okay, that makes sense. From a definitely from a distance standpoint, that makes a lot of sense to be able to like call upon, making that order happen. As far as your overall growth and forward progression for the company, where do you see yourself, going and really aiming to go in the next few years?
Well, I see our numbers hopefully doubling, maybe even tripling. Last year was a crazy year for us just because Steph was stationed in Virginia for a year. And as she said in the beginning of this interview, it's like just the two of us. So, and like our marriage, like you miss your wife. So I'm flying to Virginia like for 2 months, coming back here, make sure that the business is good. I'm like making more sauce, trying to ship out, trying to do a couple markets and stuff. So I can go back to see her in Virginia for another 2 months. So it was a lot, but we were trying to make the most of it.
I think we did. I think we took advantage
Yeah.
of me being on the mainland,
Mhm.
like the other states.
Yeah.
Where you guys are.
No, I didn't know it was called the mainland before, but like in Virginia. So all the other hot sauce festivals we went to recently were over there. So we went to the one in Texas, North Carolina, New York. What other one?
Yeah. So it started out, it was crazy. We flew a ton of hot sauce to Virginia. We had this small studio that we were staying in. It took up easily a quarter of the studio. But as soon as we flew in, I took a rental car down to Texas. That's where we saw you guys at Zest Fest. Drove it back up, and then we went a couple weeks later down to North Carolina, to Oxford for the North Carolina Hot Sauce Festival. And then we went to the Norfolk Taco Festival.
Oh, yeah.
And then
To
we
New York.
went up to the New York City Hot
So-
Sauce Festival.
So we definitely took advantage of it. Like it was hard in general for like, us, but I think we made it work and we took advantage of it where we could.
Yep.
Right.
Right.
So
No.
it was helpful with her being on the mainland to be able to do all those shows. So this coming year, it might be harder to do some mainland shows because we'll obviously have to ship it and then take whatever we don't sell right back versus just driving it up to our little Virginia safe house.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense, and it sounds like it was a lot of fun. Like it was, probably very stressful and a lot of headaches just trying to logistically plan everything out. But the overall journey from start to finish probably had to be a pretty fun blast.
It was.
Yeah.
It was crazy. That drive from Virginia to Texas.
He did it by
So-
himself with her puppy.
Yeah. So Steph actually
Flew.
she had work that day that I left. So I took the drive. She flew into Texas. As I'm actually arriving in Texas, I go straight to the airport, grab her. We go to our hotel. Right the day after Zest Fest, I take her to the airport and I drive right back up. Like there was no like hanging out
It
afterwards.
was
Yeah.
long trip for sure.
Man,
But,
that sounds
yeah, really-
brutal, but also definitely fun. Definitely fun that you got to fly in and just kind of fly
Yeah.
out, and not have to worry about that. But
Exactly. Yeah. She was chilling, sleeping on the plane.
yep,
Meanwhile,
Comfortable.
me and our dog just slept in the car for like one night on the way down. Like, yeah, it was crazy.
man, Yeah, that sounds like a pretty wild time in general. Um,
Yeah.
so I know this is oftentimes something that pops up in the chat. So might as well go ahead and ask it now. From a overall heat standpoint, what do you have like an everyday sauce that you like to gravitate around, or is there a pepper that tends to work best for like your consumption level, if you will?
You go first.
Okay. I'm on the lighter side. I'm like a mild medium. I like jalapeno, serrano. I also like ghost. To me, habanero, I taste a tar taste. So
Okay.
that's kind of, I do eat reaper. I like fruity. So like a lemon reaper, orange reaper. I kind of like those ones too.
Like Derek's from Colorado Creations.
Yeah, that one's
Colorful Colorado Creation.
Yep.
You can't get us. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, that's kind of where I am. I jump around a little bit.
I'm more of a I like more like smoky.
Yeah.
I like more spicy.
Like savory.
I like the King of Sting from Bear River. I like Hotter Ghost of Saffron from High Desert. Honestly,
There's so many good ones.
I bounce around a lot. I always keep one hot one in the fridge and one that I want just for flavor. And usually when I eat, I'll mix those two.
Okay.
So it's like I'll try a little bit of this one, I'll try a little bit of that one, and then I put them together like on whatever I'm eating.
I like it. I like it. That's kind of how I do for like a lot of my cold cut sandwiches. I'll end up putting one sauce on the top bread, one sauce on the bottom bread, and then I'll layer some sauce in between the sprouts or the veggies or whatever that's on there. So
actually, Steph likes Irish Spike's pumpkin spice.
Oh, that one's good.
She's a big pumpkin.
Yeah.
She likes lemon. Yeah.
But so what's funny is when we have people come up from like the swap meet or farmer's market and they're like, hey, can I try something like not too spicy? And he'll grab something pretty spicy. I'm like, okay, you cannot listen to him. He eats fire because all he does is eat like reapers. Like that is his go-to. So, and Hobbs. So
just tell me I have a problem.
Yeah. So I do have to reel him back and be like, all right, like if you want to actually know what's mild, listen to me.
Yeah, I've learned. I've started being like, okay, why don't we start mild with our mildest and work up from there?
Because people will try like one of our medium and they're like dying. I'm like, Tamaris, you can't do that. Like,
So we make our sauces based on like our palates, not like the everyday American palate. So like jumping into even our like second most mild sauce. That's probably like a medium hot for like the average person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's not a Tabasco. Like ours aren't all vinegar. I mean, as you know.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. No. Definitely. Well, to that point, how often do you see like spice really being incorporated? I'm not just the run of the mill stuff, but like the more higher heat stuff being worked into Hawaiian dishes in general. Like, is that a pretty common occurrence?
So in Hawaii, there's a thing called chili pepper water. And it's basically Hawaiian chili peppers, which are a form of African bird eye.
Okay.
But they grow wild here on the island. And actually, the bush will grow and it'll have all different color peppers from red, yellow, orange, green. So it actually looks like a rainbow. So like Hawaiian chili peppers. But so they'll make chili pepper water and they sip on it. And you can pour it on your food. But a lot of times they'll take a bite, sip the chili pepper water, take a bite. And that's, like I said, Hawaiian chili pepper, vinegar, garlic, and Hawaiian sea salt. So that's a majority of the spice here in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes they'll eat Hawaiian chili peppers with their food, which I think those range at about 300,000 Scoville, I think.
Okay. So probably about a habanero heat.
Exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
right around a hob. They're fruity and earthy.
Very nice. I like that.
I wouldn't say fruity as a habanero, which I taste fruit in the
Yeah,
Hawaiian,
no, I do
not
too.
our.
Yeah, yeah. I've told a few other people. I think, and now there's been quite a few times where I've had it, and I'll just have just a kind of like a rancid habanero, like whatever. You find that across any pepper, it'll occasionally you'll find a bad one. But yeah, the majority of times I'll be chomping on the orange hobs in particular, but definitely reds. I've also seen it where it almost has a blueberry type of taste to it for me, and it's pretty interesting how it comes through. So yeah, anytime I see as the season gets ready to kick off here, it's just now starting to get warm. You'll see all the stores stock, giant boxes of habaneros for like $2, and I'm like, yeah, I'll grab 2 boxes and we'll just eat this.
Yeah,
This will be my lunch today. So
it's hard to find peppers out here, so
Yeah.
we like have to outsource a lot. We were growing our own peppers for a
A
while,
long time.
but we like flew through our plants so fast that they couldn't even make enough peppers for us. So we like to source from other islands a lot of the times, but
Okay.
we don't really get like the red hobs out here. When we were at the what was it, the Columbus Fiery Food Festival, we actually took like a basket of them. You can't bring produce back to the island, so we obviously had to like crush those before we left. But
Yep.
those ones are, I feel like, a lot crunchier than the orange ones.
Oh yeah.
Like they're like the skin's a lot thicker.
Yep. The
Like
reds and the chocolates seem to have a much thicker skin.
yeah,
Sometimes you'll get the I guess the yellows are also somewhat thick, but I was just trying to like compare the two. But really, yeah, it's the red and the chocolates kind of have a much thicker wall on those.
so I don't think I've had a chocolate hob.
Yeah. No,
I,
he's had chocolate ghosts,
yeah.
but not hob.
Mm.
They're a bit I think they're great, but most people will say that they're a bit earthy and a bit nutty.
I can picture.
I like it. It does have a little bit of a smoky note, but not really anything like that's not the main focus. Those other two kind of really stand out more so. And
Yeah.
so it kind of gets washed out a little bit. But all in all, I like the burn. It's definitely hotter than well, I would say it's pretty even with the red habaneros as far as heat goes. So
Definitely gonna have to try that.
Yeah.
Sounds delicious.
yeah, they typically have them. If next time you're in Texas, they have. If you go to HEB, they'll typically have them in little boxes. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
They've got them in stores. They're not like a special order.
no. I mean, if you were to get them special order from somebody that's actually growing them outside of the store itself, they would taste better. But
Right.
just for sake of convenience, and if you're in and it happens to be there, it's definitely worth the pickup because it's only, like I said, probably about $2 for a little
Oh,
container of
that's
them.
worth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So not bad. Okay. Well, I guess let's dive into one more question, then we'll jump on over to the game.
Okay.
Ultimately, you have a wide array of flavors and everything going on. Do you have anything in the works that you are either working towards, whether it be a new sauce or is there a new product or anything you have in the pipeline?
You go ahead, Stephanie.
No, you tell him.
No, you tell
You
it.
tell. Okay. We'll just leave. Just kidding. Go.
So we are working on currently 2 sauces that we're hoping to drop probably by the end of this month, if not beginning of next month. They are, I feel like, going to be 2 of our more popular sauces. They're more on the savory side. We do
Okay.
a lot of sweet sauces.
Yeah.
So I think we need
It's a
something
change.
savory to balance it out.
Yeah.
So this will be a change of pace in our sauces.
Yeah. Still
Okay.
staying true to where we're at in Hawaii, of course, but it's just different. A lot of ours are fruity, like he said, but these are definitely a little bit more savory. Do you want to tell them flavor?
So
Give
we
them a little
have
something.
we have a truffle coconut curry,
Wow. Okay.
and we have a smoky chipotle adobo coming out.
I'm
Mhm.
down for both of those. Those sound amazing.
Yeah. They're
They
super.
You know, I think it's very unique. Y'all had the coconut water in your sauce as well. I love the coconut water change up compared to the traditional. Some, you know, when people just naturally incorporate water, they'll add extra vinegar. That offset, it brings almost a nice, smooth, silky
Yeah.
note to the sauce, and it's just so
Yeah.
amazing.
It
Like
adds a lot of
refreshing.
depth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So like in both of our sauces that have coconut, you don't really taste the coconut, but like you said, it makes it smoother. It gives it some body and depth. The truffle coconut curry, we do use coconut water again, and we use some coconut milk. So it's like very like a creamy truffle curry. My mouth's watering just thinking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah. You're getting me hungry again. I'm just like,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
I'm thinking about is making a nice curry with this.
Oh
Man.
my God. It's so good. And actually, we practiced a couple batches before we left for Christmas, Christmas Eve, back to San Diego. And our family always does, like, for Christmas, it's like, hey, like, what's the theme this year for food? And so this year was like flavors from around the world. And so everyone had something that they had to do. And we were so inspired from making all the curry that we're like, hey, let's do curry for the family. And the whole time I was like, yeah, like
This is it.
this is the one.
Well, I like
But
it.
we couldn't add our curry because our spicy one, because a lot of our family can't handle. So we were like, all right, let's just make like a mild curry, and let's give them like we made like a spicy slurry on the side for those that wanted to try, that they could just put like a scoop into their curry
Yep.
and it would spice it up.
Yep. No, I definitely understand that. Unfortunately, far too much. I have only a few family members that can eat, you know, decently spicy.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone knows that typically if I bring something, they ask ahead of time. But if I have anything personally on me, because I'll like definitely Thanksgiving, Christmas, all the big family events where everyone's there eating, I'll have my hot sauce holster. I'll have my pepper powder all locked and loaded. And a few other things just ready to go, like some tincture and whatnot. And yeah, nobody touches those. But you know, the same thing, I have to dial back whatever I make for the family.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I feel bad because last Thanksgiving? Last Thanksgiving, so we were in California for Thanksgiving, and I'm the same way. I always bring the spicy stuff to the party, and we had the one chip challenge,
Oh gosh.
and we had a little nitro.
There's that gummy bear.
yep.
So
We lost a few people that day.
yeah, so my cousin and his wife were like, "Oh, it's just a gummy bear," and they split it, and they both ate it. But I think that gummy bear is like 9 million Scoville or something.
Yeah.
And they're not really like into spice like that, and they couldn't even like partake in Thanksgiving dinner because like their stomachs were like ruined. Like people were running to the bathroom to puke from like the gummy bear, the one chip challenge.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I'm just like, ooh.
Everyone's like, Tamaris.
Yeah, why do you always bring this stuff to the party? I'm like, I didn't force them to eat it. I didn't even know they ate it.
You know, hey, that was their own doing. It's not your fault that it just popped up over their head saying wasted. So
And yeah, and now they know. Like when we bring stuff, they're like, "All right, so like, is this spicy? Like, can we eat this?" Yes.
yep. No, that's very cool.
And they've learned.
Yep. Learning experience.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, well let's do this. Let's go ahead and kick it on over to the game.
Yeah.
Welcome on into the 5. Now, the 5 is a very fun and unique game because it comes in 2 rounds. So this very first round, I'll go ahead and explain. And this is typically where, you know, guests will kind of get their footing for how to answer this, right? So there's going to be 5 images that I'm going to show you here. Now, you have a ranking system with numbers 1 through 5. Now, 1 could be the best or 5 could be the best. Whatever and however you want to categorize this is totally up to y'all. Now, the only thing is, once you lock in an image to a number, you can't change it. We'll talk about it afterwards, and if you would have changed something different, but we wouldn't change the game. So let's start the first round.
Wait. Do we have a timer?
No timer.
Okay. And we can talk.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, this is very... Sorry, I'm like, where's the buzzer?
No worries. All right, here we go. First up, we have Hawaii.
Oh. That's the shot from what's it called?
Diamond?
Yeah, Diamond Head.
Okay. So where would we rate that?
Between 1 and 5.
I feel like it's gotta be up there.
I think 1. That's the whole inspiration.
I mean, that's true, but what if there's something... Okay. I always feel like there's something more.
There might be. That's part of the fun of this game, and that's what kind of gets the whole thing going.
That's a good point. Number 1.
All right, here we go. Next up, we have California.
Oh, I love California. I feel like that's a 2.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like that's a 2.
Yeah, 2's a good spot. That's second home.
Yeah.
That's where Steph and I met. That's where family is.
Okay. I like it. Next. We have canoeing / outrigging.
That looks like Hawaii too.
Yeah, it is.
Hawaii. So.
Oh, it is Hawaii.
We don't canoe very often.
When we do,
a couple times.
When we go canoeing, he goes canoeing.
Yeah. When we go canoeing, Tamaris paddles, Stephanie drinks White Claws.
I know that all too well. I think
let's put that at 5.
Yeah.
All right.
We like to be in the water a lot, but we don't usually canoe.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Surfing.
I haven't surfed since... Actually, Steffi goes surfing more than I do out here. I haven't surfed since San Diego.
I like surfing. I would say, but what if there's something better? So we'll do 4.
Okay.
So
whether you like it or not, the next one is number 3. So we're about to find out what that is altogether. That is family.
Oh, that should have been first, Tamaris. That's okay. We're okay with 3.
There we go. All right. So you have the first round done. Do you feel good with your answers? Is there anything you would have changed?
Yeah, we probably would have put family first.
And scooted it down.
Scooted everything else down a notch. Our trip to California was very last minute, and the reason we decided to do it was because you can't put a price on family time. And the tickets were expensive. It's expensive to leave Hawaii, especially a round trip back and forth for 2 people.
Especially last minute.
Yeah, last minute around the holidays for just a short amount of time.
Yes, it was expensive. We had a great time though. We loved them.
It was fun. But yeah, you can't put a price on family, so that's up top.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get this next one pulled up here. Round number 2.
Lock in.
Completely different topic. Well, kind of. Here we go. So we have spam, and not unwanted email or unwanted calls.
Spam. Musubi.
He loves spam.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This has been a something that I've grown into, is enjoying spam.
My uncle loves spam, and they make spam jerky. They make spam musubis.
Where do you want spam?
In my mouth. Actually, let's put spam like 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
4.
Okay. Well, here's the beauty of it too. If you feel bad about your choice later, and number 1 doesn't happen to be number 1 anymore, you can always just say number 5 is actually more important, and then you kind of have it repositioned.
Oh, reverse it.
Yeah, I've had a few people do that before. Though they went full send on 1, 2, and 3, and then they're like, I don't understand the game. Now it's 5 is the best.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Man, Mac Salad had to make it.
Max.
Is that Mac salad?
That's
Yeah.
mac
Oh.
salad. That had to make it. I may have put this together while I was extremely hungry, and I love myself some Hawaiian food. So
Yeah.
So if you put Mac salad and you put this together when you're hungry, I'm hoping that one's 5, and there's like some chicken katsu,
Yeah.
some barbecue
Yeah.
chicken.
That's a
some-
good
Let's put Mac at 5.
Okay. All right. Very interesting choice. I think I would
Yeah,
pretty much die on a hill for some mac salad.
It's a side.
We want to just,
It's so
you
good.
know, there's got to be some good, really
Yeah.
good.
Now, do you have a hot sauce that you prefer to use in your mac salad?
Ooh. So I would go with something more vinegary.
Mm-hmm.
If it was our sauce, we'd probably go Scarlet Fever, Hotter Than Ever. I like Derek's black garlic buffalo. I like John's lightning buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
It's got more of that vinegary one.
Yep.
I think goes good in the mac.
Absolutely. Very well said. And here you go.
Here we go. This is what we were waiting for.
Now we're getting to it. The barbecue
This is
chicken.
what we were waiting for. That's something.
You go ahead.
I would say that's a 2, just
Okay.
because I can't
All right.
get too confident.
All right.
Yeah.
I like it. This is always I got like a trinity of different ones that I like and I bounce between, but this is pretty much a ride or die number 2 for me whenever I'm picking out my multi-meat plate. So
I was just gonna say a number 3 combo with chicken katsu.
yep. All right. Beef short rib.
Ooh,
Calbee?
that's
one.
I think so. I would say 1.
I feel like the Calbee's gonna be 1, and I know he's gonna hit us with the chicken katsu. He has to.
I will say right now that I did not. I was actually going to.
Ooh.
Tamaris, you better not have said 1.
What?
It's a little piglet.
You eat the pig, Stephanie.
But I don't look
Yeah,
at its
it's
face.
so
when they
good.
eat it.
Oh, that's I.
Oh, my
I love it.
When you make it real.
Yeah, when I could see it's a pig. Yeah, that's a pig.
Stephanie loves chicken.
I feel like this was
but
pretty
she
good.
hates chicken rotisserie because she can see the form of the body.
I'm like,
So if you make some Kahlua pig just pulled all over it.
This is pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Kahlua
Honestly.
pig is a solid number 1 for me, and then from there it's the barbecue chicken. But no, hold on. Let me back everything else up. All of this has to go. It is an absolute must for me that there has to be that shredded cabbage lathered in there between the rice and the meat because it's got to soak up all those juices. If you don't have it, it misses.
Next time you have that, add our barbecue brownie to it.
Okay.
It's whiskey chipotle mango barbecue sauce.
Yeah, so good.
It's a game changer in all of that.
Yeah.
I like it. I will definitely be throwing that on. You know,
Come to Hawaii spots.
Yeah, we got you.
All right.
No, L&L on the mainland
It doesn't hit the
home.
same. Yeah.
Yep. No, I've had L&L quite a bit. There's quite a few other places that are local here. Some that are just like mom and pop type places that are great. And then as far as a slightly bigger chain than say a mom and pop, there's like Mo Betta, and then what is? Then there's this other one that I can't think of the name of it, but it's like a healthy spin on it, and I'm like, I'm not completely on. I don't like their mac salad. Their mac salad doesn't happen to be something I like because they try
sometimes they make it too sweet. They add like relish, and I'm not a fan.
Yeah,
if it's like mayonnaise, and pasta, like I feel like it's better.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised you didn't add in like poke, chicken cats. Oh my!
You know, with only having 5, it was really hard. Yeah. So I had to lean to obviously the 3 that I go for the most, and then Spam was something that I learned to enjoy from like having it chopped up and cubed up in like fried rice. Like man, that's where it was like absolutely starting to sing for me. So. And then, of course, I'm a sucker for a nice mac salad. If you hit the mac salad right, like, I'm not leaving.
I always get 1 scoop rice, 2 scoops mac.
Yep.
With our plates.
Hold any veggies.
Yeah, keep them. Replace it with extra mac.
Yeah.
You want a salad on the side? Nah, two scoops mac.
No, I like that. Okay. So very, very comfortable with your choices on this round.
Yeah, that
All
was a
right.
good one.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there we go. That was the 5. I hope that that was a pretty fun way to break up the interview and have some laughs, have some fun trivia type of questions, if you will. Really being able to brainstorm and work together on categorizing that.
Yeah, that was fun.
I know. I was expecting it to be like, I don't know, more serious. Like I would have to know the answers of whatever state or country you showed me. I'd be like,
No, that was fun.
Now that does give me a good idea to open someone up with a really tough one like that, and then completely shift their mindset whenever they get something slapped with a silly game, right? So
yeah.
No, that's a good idea. That's definitely sounds like a fun way to go about that. Maybe I'll have to keep that locked and loaded. Okay.
Yeah, he's so smart.
Well, here's a fun chance for you to be able to share with others a nugget of knowledge on what we'll do is we'll address this on the side of going into business and really creating your own sauce or your own spicy product. You don't have to necessarily cater it to a sauce in general. But what would be your nugget of knowledge that you would share with someone that's just getting in so they can potentially avoid a pitfall?
Nugget of knowledge. So I would say make sure you're sourcing your bottles and your caps from the same company, because a lot of times you can get the same kind of caps and bottles, but they don't fit correctly. And that was something that we dealt with in the beginning, was like wondering like why it was leaking. And it was like because our bottles and caps weren't from the same company. So the caps weren't specifically made for those bottles. And make sure if you're getting vinegar, it's at least 5% acidity, because a lot of the stores nowadays are carrying a 4% acidity vinegar, and it's not going to help you with stabilizing your product.
I would also say make sure you're not driven by money, because this isn't something you're going to get rich off of, at least right away. I can speak to that. But you have to love the process. Obviously, love what you do. Make sure this doesn't become just a headache and work and you hate your life, because it's a lot of work if you own a business. So that would be kind of what I'd plug in.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. Very well said. And to that point, I think if you're passionate about what you're doing, if you're loving what you're doing, you're not going to be, just worried and focused on all the negativity and just dragging yourself down every day. You wake up with a smile and you keep it going.
Yeah.
Right. And not every recipe is going to hit the first time, you got to keep trying, keep switching it up, keep doing new things. Don't give up if it's something you love.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, here's the fun time for you to be able to put somebody else on the hot seat. So this is your chance to nominate someone who you think would be great to be a guest. And since there's 2 of y'all, there can be 2 nominations.
John.
Well, Tamaris.
And John.
John squared.
John and John.
We went Johnny from Jersey Barn Fire.
And John from Bear River Bottling. Both amazing sauces.
Yes, both very good. Both very wholesome, sweet people. Will take time out of your day, no matter what they're doing. Even if a customer's there and they can make a quick sale, they will sit there and they'll give you their attention and time.
We're eating both of your guys' sauces right now. So you know, Steph's eating the Green Canyon from John at Bear River Bottling. I'm eating the Black Garlic from Jersey Barn Fire. Both so good.
Amazing.
Very nice. Well, John and John, I will be reaching out and we'll be setting up a time to have y'all on. Thank you so much for that nomination. And, is there anything else you want to share with those that are listening and watching?
Yes. So we're still doing donating. If you guys purchase our Maui Aui sauce, we're donating to the Maui Relief Fund. Those fires that happened in Maui, people are still recovering from that. A lot of times people forget about tragedies that happen because there's constantly tragedies going on.
Yeah.
Also, make sure to find us on Instagram at Hawaiian Hot Teas. That's Hawaiian HAWAIAN and then our website is that same fixture with .com.
Facebook and TikTok, it's the same handle.
Yeah.
What an old man.
I was gonna say Twitter. I was like, find us on Twitter. I was like, we don't use Twitter. We don't tweet. We don't.
The X. You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Find us on X.
No, we're not there. We're not on X. But,
Yeah.
but Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, our website.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, please reach out on the website or via DM. We're always here. It's small company. It's just us, so we are always here to answer any questions or concerns.
All right. Well, Tamaris, Stephanie, thank you so much for being here. It was an honor having y'all on. There's obviously still so much more we can dive into. Definitely so many more fun games that we could play. Definitely would love to have y'all back on.
Awesome.
We'll come on just for the games.
Yeah.
Just for the food. Yeah.
Oh gosh, I'm scared about this country question.
Yeah.
Don't make it too hard.
All right.
Some food though. We're there for the games.
Yeah. Be like, where's this food from?
What's that?
If you ask us, like, oh, where's this food from? Where did it originate? We could probably do that one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I like it.
All
right.
And this is Wilbur, by the way, the whiny baby.
Yeah.
Wilbur?
He wants to be part of the show.
Wilbur. All right. Hi,
like
Wilbur.
Wilbur Scoville.
All right. I like it. Well, Wilbur, nice meeting you.
Aww.
Once again, thank you so much, Tamaris and Stephanie, for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure having y'all on here and discussing everything Hawaiian Hot Teas. Hey, if you're wanting to keep up with Hawaiian Hot Teas, I'll have the direct links for all the socials down below, as well as you can check out the main site link, so the full lineup. You can see everything they have going on. And if you're out in Hawaii and you have not stopped by Hawaiian Hot Teas, what are you doing with your life? Grab yourself a bottle. It's absolutely amazing stuff. And I'm looking forward to diving into more of the sauce line. But hey, don't forget, you can catch new episodes here every Tuesday and Thursday night. So don't forget to go ahead and share this around with other like-minded chili heads. Let's continue to grow it here, whether you're watching on YouTube, Spotify, Rumble, or Apple Podcasts. Thank you so much. We have opened up sponsorships for 2025. So if you're looking to sponsor the show, go ahead and reach out on socials. We'll get that conversation rolling. Or head on over to www.theswearword.net. Don't forget, we also have some very fun merch and some other things going on over at the website as well. Could not do this without podvision.io. Thank you and shout out to Podvision for being a sponsor. Episode 68 is in the books. I'm Brandon Swear, and from everything from the world of hot, this has been The Swear Word.